Okay, we are recording. Is anybody else coming? Okay.
Yeah, I think tomorrow it's at 10:30 or 11:30. It's 10:30 our time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
10:30 our time. Which means I have to get out of bed and get dressed.
Cameras?
Well, no, there's not going to be no cameras, but still.
Tammy.
Hey.
Okay, I will start with the TOPS pledge. If I can't talk very loud, I've got a lot of people around us. Okay, the TOPS pledge. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions and not let my emotions control me. Every time I'm tempted to use food to satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember I will take off pounds sensibly. Any other cops here? No more cops?
Right here.
Okay, I can't, sun's in my eyes, dark glasses. I am an intelligent person. I will control my emotions and not let my emotions control me. Every time I am tempted to use food, satisfy my frustrated desires, build up my injured ego, or dull my senses, I will remember that I am to be an example as I keep off pounds sensibly. I was going to do time management in your life, which time management has seemed to have just flown the coop with me. But I am finding a lot of problems with getting what social distances needs to be at meetings. So I want everybody's opinion, and Sharon, we will defer to you if we are wrong, because I'm sure you know you've been talking about more than any of us. But what I've seen so far, one, I've had to tell people to put masks on. That you need to have the mask on whether you're 6 foot away or not. I'm in a meeting.
Don't answer that, Sherry.
I don't wear my mask.
We have to go by our state. We have to go by our state rules.
Right.
Our state rules.
You have to go by your state rules.
If there's anybody around us, you put a mask on. And
we're meeting tomorrow night, and they're saying that we can walk in the building with masks on and take them off for the meeting, and I'm very uncomfortable about it.
Yeah.
Well, then wear your mask.
Wear your mask.
I'm gonna.
Wear your mask. You wear it to protect them. They should wear it to protect you. But yet, according to my state, you like in the restaurant, you wear it in the building. You sit on the table, you can take it off. You get up from the table, you just put it back on.
Okay.
Which makes sense because you're going around other people than what's sitting at your table. So they're just trying to.
Makes sense.
But Sharon, has corporate says anything more about besides just doing what your state says?
Follow what your state says.
Yeah. I mean that's the main problem is
or how I mean, if you feel comfortable wearing a mask, then wear a mask. If you don't feel comfortable wearing a mask like me, then
I'm just confused because the state says wear masks at all times.
Yeah.
I figure if I am 6 foot apart from somebody, why do I need to have my mask on?
Yeah,
this can be thrown 13 feet.
Correct. We have people that spit when they talk. So yeah,
they spit when they talk.
They say it and they spray it. That's what we would call say it and spray it. But yeah, that's
just me.
I do have problems with it at times because of my asthma, and I'm claustrophobic. But I try to keep it on very much. But or you get overheated with it on. But I know Julia's gone back. Have you gone back, Brenda? I mean, Sharon. Sorry, I can't see the screen.
My chapter.
Yeah, have you gone back yet?
Yeah, June 1st we went back.
Nice.
So we've been
back yet.
And we still we're meeting outside and we're still wearing our masks. So
yes.
We're following the rules.
Oh yeah. Yes, I went to an expo today. It was actually very successful. but I heard a lot about, I had heard a lot of, this is a 50 plus expo. I heard a lot of older women saying, yes, we will comply. It's like, okay, I thought we were just being safe. Like, okay. But yeah.
I feel
Well, they
fine.
survived the Spanish flu. That, you know, they'll survive this.
Yep.
Yeah. But
Yep.
they're healthier than we are. Yeah. But okay. Any other? What accommodations have you had to do, Julia, on your chapters at your meetings?
We have some members that insist that you have your mask on if you're near them, and they want you to be 6 feet apart with the mask on. So I try not to sit by those people.
Right.
So, so I had the treasurer, I said, oh, I better put my mask on. And she goes, yeah, you better put your mask on. I said, okay. So I just moved further away from her.
Yeah, we've got a lot of chapters, but their problem is that, like, one chapter, it's a big room, but they've got 50 members. They can't social distance at all.
Yeah.
They can't social distance at all in their meeting place. So they're trying to find somewhere that they can.
Are they meeting?
I think it's a community center, but it's a nice long room, but we're packed like sardines. So it's a very tight fit. So we have.
That would happen if we went back to our meeting place. The room that the church has us meeting in, there is no way, because we were shoulder to shoulder in there. Right. And so, the intentions, if we ever get back in there, is there's this huge like foyer area. We're just there, but I'm going to try to encourage them to start looking at a different facility.
We have a lot that are doing that, getting new.
But I think their buttons a lot. So we just had a bunch of stuff taken care of within the chapter, so I can't push that button right now.
Right. We've got a lot of my chapters are having to find new places. The bigger chapters.
We are meeting in a small room in the church, and they've accommodated us. They've opened up the hall, and they're setting up chairs and tables 6 feet away. But it's our responsibility to clean up after us. Right. We come to meetings at our own risk.
What is your name? It says iPhone.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tammy.
Tammy? Yes. I'm Julia.
Hi, Julia. I don't know why it doesn't say my name.
Yeah. That's okay. Well, your iPhone today.
My phone today. Yes.
Yeah. We've basically what I tell them is, you meet at your own risk. We assume our own. It's our own responsibility to keep ourselves safe.
I have a story. Sure. So I get an email from a leader last week or the week before, I don't remember. And she said, so-and-so wasn't feeling well. She came to the meeting anyway. And then she went to the doctor the next day. And of course they sent her for the test. So now what do we do? And I'm like, well, you guys got to quarantine for 2 weeks.
Yep.
Or until she comes back negative.
Right.
So they're like, okay. So they had every intention of not meeting, and the test came back negative. So they're okay. Yeah, but if you're sick, stay home.
Right. That's right. If you don't feel good, I mean, even if it's really bad allergies, if you're sneezing, stay home.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense, because
you don't want to sneeze. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, it's not rocket science. You don't want to sneeze into your mask. Like, that's gross.
Yeah. My mask probably needs to be washed.
Yes. So you can sneeze and cough into your mask.
Yeah. But, okay.
Yes.
Well,
your shirt.
Brenda, Norma, do you have anything to add?
I'm down here in South Florida, so we're not allowed to meet yet.
Yes, I heard. Whereabouts in South? Because my mom's in Lady Lake. Or is that north of you?
I think so. I'm Southwest Palm Beach.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because I have a niece, my sister, my brother, and my mother down there. So it's like I am praying you guys have lesser numbers soon.
Yeah, our numbers have gone out of control.
I believe it. Yep. And everybody's having to stay there. They're not going up north for the cooler weather.
Yeah.
Yep. Norma?
Yeah, I'm from the same chapter as Brenda, and I'm down in Del Rey though.
Okay.
And we're just not able to meet.
Right.
And so it's just, not having any type of support whatsoever.
Do you all keep in contact with each other? Or
no, nobody's had contact whatsoever.
As in on the phone?
Nope.
Emails?
Nope.
Wow.
Oh.
You guys need to start contacting each other because you need to keep your support chain going. Or come on the Zooms every week, because I have Mondays and Wednesdays, and Sharon has right after me about an hour.
Yeah, 7:30 Central Time. So
lots of Zoom meetings for support.
Yeah. Well, I found this Zoom meeting on one of the TOPS groups, and I sent the email to my sister Brenda so that we could jump on here tonight.
Yes. Yes, and these are the same, it'll be the same link every Wednesday through the end of the year.
Okay, great.
Unless we get spammed again, then I'll change the links.
Yeah.
Okay. I sent this link to my TOPS page. We have a private page, and I said who you were and what was going on, and feel free to join in. I hope to see you, but
a lot of people aren't into some of them aren't onto social media, but I have like the leader of my current chapter just won't do Zoom. Just won't do it.
No, but you can do Messenger too. You can do Messenger chats.
Right. Yeah, all this developed right after I did all these Zoom things, and then the Google room started, and then the Facebook room started. It's like, okay, I'm staying. I'm staying where I am. No more changing.
I know I'm like on meeting Zoom overload.
Yes, but it's
after this week we will be.
Yeah.
It keeps us reminds us to be accountable. That's when why I started them. My daughters, we live together, and we're accountable to each other, but the mother being accountable to the daughter, that don't go there. No, it doesn't always work. And your family, it doesn't always work.
No, I had a coordinator meeting with our spa last night. It's our regular monthly meeting, and then this one, and then mine afterwards, and then we have best practices tomorrow. So or Saturday, whichever one you're doing, but I'm doing tomorrow. So I like my Saturdays.
Yeah. My coordinator and I were going to do it at my house after my meeting on Saturday. Can't wait.
There you go. Yeah.
But I'll tell you how many bathroom breaks are built in. It's like,
I don't know. I think we're all adults, and if we need to go to the bathroom, we just go, because you're not going to be on camera anyway. So they're not going to know that you went to the bathroom.
That's right. That's right. We'll go one at a time. We'll go one at a time. Yeah, I'm just praying it doesn't rain, because we're going to be in my backyard to stay out of my house.
Yeah. So this best practices, that's what we learn at IRD. That's, this is what they would have presented to us at IRD this week, because it should have been this week. So
is it your first time, Joanne?
Yes. Yes. I did not go to IRD last year. I didn't know. I didn't have enough. I wasn't staffed that long. So I just didn't. A little too far for me at the time. I wasn't very
prepared
last year. And I wasn't that healthy last year.
Or prepared money-wise. Because it's costly. It's, it's costly.
It is.
So, I mean, the registration for IRD isn't costly, but the travel and the hotel and the meals and all that. So
yes, yeah, that I wasn't prepared for.
yeah.
So and
but we make a vacation out of it. So it's good. It's good. We're gonna miss it.
So the best practice we'll learn about the program for next year also, or is that something else?
I have no clue what they're gonna show us.
Well,
so it's new for everybody.
Yeah, each spa will have a section to do. So each spa will present something, and probably Rick will do something too. I don't know. So we'll find out.
Yeah, we will. I mean, it's our new normal. Everything's on the web. Everything's on the web. Okay.
So yeah, I feel sorry for all the people that don't have this connection. You know, there's so many. So
there's I have one chapter. I was talking to the leader, and she says I'm really struggling because her church, they don't even have any clue as to when they're going to start opening up for the meetings. And it's like, I just really need a weigh-in. It's like, hey, just, you want to come get weighed in, make an appointment. Just come on over and get weighed in on my Saturday meetings. It's like, she's a leader of the group, and everybody else, they're fine. But she's like, I really am missing this, struggling without the actual meetings. And she doesn't do Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are struggling without that connection.
Yeah, so I resisted Zoom for quite a while, but now I'm into it. So
yeah, I had to have my daughter teach me how to use it. Yeah, it's like, okay, so how do I do this? Now I had to teach my husband how to do it. But yeah, it was a rude awakening that I had to start learning more than Facebook.
Yeah, me too.
I know, it's terrible.
Things on my I didn't know.
Oh, you should see my daughter trying to get me hooked up to Zoom. It was crazy. Because I'm not computer literate at all.
Yeah, well, I think my 8-year-old grandson is more computer literate than I am, because he goes to cyber school. And he's always in Zooms.
Yep.
But, okay.
Now I have 3 Zooms a week now, so I'm a busy girl.
Yes, you are busy. You are very popular.
Tammy, I'm on Zoom overload now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we all are. We all are. Okay, well, go ahead. You cut out. What'd you say, Julia?
Oh, I just said I was on Zoom overload, and do I do Zoom today? Sometimes you just need a mental break.
Well, I don't think I was home maybe a half an hour today. So we had the expo, I had this, and then I have Sharon's Zoom. I have to go home real quick, plug in my computer, and go to her Zoom. So, okay. I did want to, we had on your Zoom a couple weeks ago, where's this page? We discussed visiting, and I want to go over it again because I want to make sure I got all my ducks in a row, since you are on, Sharon, so we can discuss, make sure I'm doing this right.
He's not God.
I know.
No, I'm not.
But we're several of us are staff here. We got to make sure I'm interpreting this right. Got to make sure I'm interpreting this right. And I'll talk to my coordinator on Saturday also when she comes.
What page are you on?
54 traveling charts and procedures for visiting members.
In this book?
Yep.
Okay. Let me get there.
Yeah.
54. Okay, go.
Okay. Because this, I believe it talks about extraordinary circumstances also. Yeah. And other circumstances that prevent weighing in. So they have to get a travel chart, correct? If they want to come. And if they want
somebody else's meeting, yeah.
Right. And they pay the dues. Because I know we had talked about they got to pay the dues, but I don't remember where it says that if it's your way chapter, you're staying for the meeting, pay the dues, the chapter dues. And then so you can go back to your own meeting, correct?
Like a snowbird type person?
Well, no, it's like because of this COVID, their chapter's not being able to meet. My chapter is meeting. They want to come and go to my meetings until their chapter opens back up.
Oh,
Not transfer.
not
That's getting
transfer.
close to doing that.
I would say that you're probably better off just doing a courtesy weigh-in.
Right.
And, you know, not have it be like a constant thing every week.
Because I have a member of my current chapter wants to come to our meetings with a travel chart, stay at the meetings, and then go back to the regular meetings when they open up in a
When they
month or
start.
two. Yeah.
So Joanne, are you doing like activities that would require them to pay the dues?
Well, I had said, I thought, because it says something, I know I read it somewhere about paying the dues. When you're visiting charts, you know, when in certain, it's a circumstances preventing you weighing in at your home chapter for a period of time, which is that this qualifies.
Okay.
It's number 4. It says if member also wishes to stay for meetings, take part in program, contest, etc., then member must pay chapter dues to the away chapter for meetings she attends while visiting.
Okay. So because we are in extraordinary circumstances here, basically treated as a snowbird.
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would.
Because I'm trying not to, put too much on myself. And I don't want so many people coming to weigh in and not being able to social distance in my tiny yard.
Right.
What we did in our, what we've done in our chapter, because we do have a snowbird.
Mm-hmm.
And, so we asked her, did she want to participate in the activities within the chapter while she's there?
Mm-hmm.
And if she did, then she paid dues. If she chose not to do the activities, then we were not going to collect the dues. So, but she opted to do our activities while she's visiting our chapter for 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
yeah, the 9 months, definitely. She's a transient member.
She should be, but
I've always been confused about snowbirds in their paying dues, because we charge them when they come back. We don't charge them the full amount when they come back, but they do get a fee. Because we've been holding their place, and they have to pay their dues. We've got a building to support, and
yeah, we have a snowbird that snowbird that I was talking about does not belong to our chapter. She belongs to a chapter in Texas. She won't transfer into us. We've tried to talk her into it. But we have another snowbird in our chapter, and she snowbirds to Alabama. When she's in Alabama, she doesn't go to top. She doesn't weigh in. But when she comes back to her home chapter, which is us, she catches up on dues.
Yes, we don't charge them the full amount though. We only charge them, I think, $8 to come back.
There was something in here somewhere that said if they've missed a lot, you don't charge them the whole thing, just a certain amount. And I got to think where it is.
Yeah. A lot of that's in your bylaws, in the chapter bylaws, just whatever the chapter decides.
Right.
Yeah.
I know ours is, it stops accruing after 10 missed meetings. You pay $10.
I'm glad we're meeting again, because I was looking towards meeting with somebody else, and this transfer thing is just too confusing.
Yes. Yes. Well, it's just a form. It's just a form and to change your number of the chapter. That's it. It's just a transfer form.
Transferred twice, and I didn't do any of the paperwork, so it's all on the right report.
Yes, there is paperwork, but I had a phone call yesterday from a lady, and it came up on my phone as Georgia, and I thought, well, I don't know anybody in Georgia anymore. My dad doesn't live there, and I was busy doing something, so I didn't answer it, let it go to voicemail. So I got done with what I was doing, listened to the voicemail, and she said she's going to
answer. Okay, hold on. What do you need me, some questions?
traveling.
Okay.
That's about it.
So do you know what
Like,
to what chapter?
I have
Does
no
she know?
idea. He didn't tell us, but he's going to like the one that just started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to contact him by email
Okay.
and tell him to contact you with
Mm-hmm.
what he wants to do.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'll send him a copy of that.
Okay.
Those different chapters.
Can you talk among yourselves? Give me like a couple minutes. They have questions about page 54.
Okay.
Okay, right back.
So anyway, so I called her back and she's like, oh, that was quick. And she says, we just moved to Illinois. And I'm thinking, you moved to Illinois? What's wrong with you? And so she was, looking for a chapter, and she kind of had one. She looked on the web and she kind of had one kind of picked out. And I said, yeah, that's a good chapter. And she said that she was probably going to, go there tomorrow. I'm like, okay, do you have your chapter number? I mean, your member number? She's like, yeah. Took down her member number, took down her name, emailed headquarters, had her transferred into the new chapter. She's all set. She's done. No paperwork involved.
So is it a job transfer?
No. They used to live in Illinois, then they lived in Marietta, Georgia, of all places, where my dad used to live. And no, they just moved back home. I don't know.
Oh.
So yeah, so I got her all transferred, and hopefully she went to the meeting. I friend requested her on Facebook, got her in Southern Illinois page. I'm like, I'm on it.
See there, Tammy? Let the coordinator do the work.
Huh?
You let the coordinator do the work.
Yeah.
Transfer.
I've had to do a lot of, it's a good thing I've got some computer skills, and I've had to do a lot of paperwork myself.
Oh.
A lot of things like that can be done with an email or a phone call to the coordinator. And the only thing probably, unless it's a really good weight recorder that I trust, and they say so-and-so lost their status on such and such a day, and I'll go with it. Otherwise, I want to see the paper or a copy of the chart, because sometimes they'll just say, oh, they went out of leeway and they lost their status. No, they still have 2 weeks. So yeah, that one kind of need the paperwork on that one. But
so if you go below your bottom, have you got 2 weeks?
Yep, to get back up. Yep. Either way.
How long have you been up, Tammy?
A year, June 20th.
Woo!
And I've been below my goal the entire time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, well below it.
Yeah, sometimes if a cop's is sitting, 5 or 6 pounds below goal, they'll go and get it.
Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Well, I've changed it once. I've changed it by 2 pounds once, and
okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is to change it.
I had dropped 10 pounds, but I had surgery and I haven't been able to exercise for 4 weeks. So I'm still below goal, but I'm not where I want to be. It's very hard on myself.
Yeah. Oh.
But I've got 1 more week and I can get back on that bike.
Yay!
I've been going for short walks though, and that's good. That's been keeping me right, below.
Yeah. So Brenda and Norma, you have any questions?
Not that I can think of. I was just hoping more for some program type things. But...
Well, yeah, I think Joanne's got one, but we've been just chit-chatting. So when she gets back, she'll probably do her program. So I'll have a little bit of program in mind at 7:30, and then we're probably going to talk some business too.
How many cops are in each chapter?
Oh, it could be nothing to 15 or 20 of them.
Well, I mean, in your chapter.
None in my chapter right now. We had a couple. One had to quit because she was way too old and she was getting,
Yeah, we've had
she was
several
getting
that way.
like Alzheimer is she, and so her daughter and son-in-law were also in the chapter, and they all three quit until they'll probably come back when mom's gone, but right now they're sticking it out. But and then the other one lost her status, and she's just not wanting to get it back yet. So
I'm not positive on the full number, but there's there's at least 8 of us that are cops, and my leader stood alone as a cops for probably 15 years. For 15 years, and now we're all standing with her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very good. I have one chapter that's got, it's a morning chapter, and it's a pretty good sized chapter, and I would say more than half of them are cops. But they really, really celebrate their cops, and every anniversary they have a little ceremony, and so it really makes them want to be.
Right.
You know.
I really wish we would do more.
Yeah.
The recognition, it's all statewide in our chapter. We have our charms, but in our monthly awards, but you know, we've had. Well, I'm not going to say because I shouldn't say.
Nobody's here.
You know, SRDs haven't happened yet, so I can't.
You can't say.
Can't say.
Yeah, it's not looking real promising for.
Okay, love you.
Recognition.
For us, so,
It was a hard year to become a cops.
I was a cops once. I lost it. Haven't gotten it back yet.
We just got a first cops in our chapter, but she doesn't know what she's in for because they didn't tell her. They just signed her up. They're like, you're cops now.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, and it wasn't, do you want to do the paperwork? Nope, they just did it, huh?
They did it, and they had her stand it.
We've had people go either way. We did have one girl that was not a cops for probably 3 years, and then finally she decided, yeah, I want to be a cops. I want it on paper.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I thought you were going to the bathroom.
Who, me? No, Robert came up and flipped the light on, and I don't like it's not dark enough for the lights.
The lights just came on again.
And
no? Oh, that's in the kitchen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The light right over the table, it's too bright. I have sensitive eyes.
So, Sharon, never give up, right?
Right, never give up.
That's right, never give up. I was close to being a cops. I was 5 pounds away from being a cops back in 2006, and I joined in 2006, and I was walking. My walking buddy was the state queen, and she was in my chapter, and I was 5 pounds away. And I'll tell you this, I did not want. I was scared to death of having a crown, and I did not want to outdo her. And I swear I held myself back, but I got sick, was put on medication that made you gain 8 pounds a week, and got discovered after 2014, and rejoined 2016 to the same chapter, and they welcomed me back with open arms, and you know, no guilt, no shame, and
nope, that's the top's way.
That's the top's way. I took it off in 14 months.
Woohoo!
I meant business. But I had to learn. I had to learn the exchanges. I really had to learn those exchanges. I mean, that's the first time I did it. I was just basically walking it off. I was not learning how to eat healthy.
Okay.
You know, you really got to learn those exchanges and live that healthy lifestyle.
Hot. We have lots of questions.
That's a question.
Well, at least they're not closing the chapter. They're going to weigh in at the park. They're just going to do weigh-ins until they can find a spot. So, which is awesome. They're not. I've already lost one chapter. It's being disbanded because no one will be a leader. Wants to be a leader. So they unanimously voted to disband the chapter.
I see that happening with my chapter.
Yeah.
Yep, it happens.
It does
this
happen.
leader has been the leader for eons and eons and eons.
Mm-hmm.
So, Julian, do you have a program? Because Brenda is waiting for a program.
Yes, I do.
If possible.
Yes, I do. We have a manage your time, and I have not done that very well tonight. Manage your time and your life. This I needed to have read this morning because today has been wow. Okay, this is from July Top News 2009. It seems a lot of the good programs we've had these days is from 2009. It must have been a really good year. I mean, yeah, really good year. Okay, cut this off so I can actually talk. No one's around me, so we're good. Okay. Although we are all unique individuals, one area in which we are not different is in the number of hours we get in a day, just 24. No negotiating is allowed. So no begging for more hours. Not one of us can control time or stop it. In spite of this, we can make a conscious choice to manage how we spend our time, and we can try to spend it wisely. Why would we want to do this? Because eventually how we spend our time becomes a reflection of how we lived our lives. The passage of time is not just represented by hours passed over the hands on a clock face or days checked off on a calendar. Time spent represents energy, effort, and resources. Our time, effort, and resources. How we spend our time today influences everything we do in the future. For example, if we study hard, we pass the test tomorrow. If we plan a trip, our packing is easy. If we get enough rest tonight, our presentation goes well tomorrow. If we exercise today, we feel healthier and stronger for the rest of our lives. Consequently, how we manage our time impacts our lives. Unfortunately, in life, we don't get minutes to roll over or second takes, and we can't bottle time and save it for later. So it's important for us to make the best of the time we've got. Catch me if you can. Oh, spider. You can probably use some help with time management if you experience the following: constant rushing and frequently being late. I've got the constant rushing. Low productivity, energy and motivation, frustration, impatience, difficulty making decisions and procrastinations, difficulty setting and achieving goals. Most of us who experience these symptoms think we just have too much to do. This may be true, but the reason we usually feel overwhelmed and overbooked is because we don't establish priorities for ourselves or set boundaries for other people. Monday, we talked about boundaries again. We haven't committed to making the best use of our 24 hours, and we let other people's expectations influence our behavior and take advantage of us. When we value our lives, we value our time. Managing our time helps us live a more balanced life and offers us a less stressful one by allowing us opportunities to do what's important to us. Time Management 101. Time management is a skill. We are not born with an innate sense of how to use our time to our advantage. Changing the way we manage our time requires an attitude adjustment about what and who is important to us, a commitment to understanding that learning time management will take time and possibly require an investment of money. It's a developmental process, and we are worth the investment. So you need to consider this as a journey. Time, like any change that you set your mind to, and before beginning this journey to better time management, there are 3 things you need to consider: your end goal or ideal life, your current status, your plan. My mom always said, you fail to plan, you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And she's always right. She's always right. Okay, write it down. Before you start to make changes in your life, you need to understand how you currently spend your days. You need to identify your patterns of activity, workflow at your job, behavior, and emotional state. An easy way to do this is to use a notebook to keep track of what you do during the day and the reasons for your activity. For now, you may want to think about time in two different categories, work and personal, and tackle one of them first. If you choose to address your personal use of time, you record the number of hours that you are working as work. You can address your job-related time management skills later. Once you have a few months of activity recorded, you can think about percentages or parts of your day that you spend doing things. An easy way to visualize this is by thinking of a clock face with 24 one-hour sections and by coloring in the hourly sections of your activities. And they have basically a pie chart. Okay, once you have colored the activities that honestly reflect your day-to-day usage of time, you should then think about how you would like to spend your time. Take some quality time to reflect on what's important to you. You can write down a list of top 10 or 15 things that are important to you in your life. Compare your list with your colored in representation of your time. It may come as a surprise to you that your clock diagram and list of things that are important to you are not similar. In fact, they are very different. Setting goals. Once you understand your values, it should be easy to set some goals for yourself. All your goals in life should be aligned with your values and dreams. When you set your goals, you need to plan how to achieve them. Striving to achieve goals requires some action of some kind. Yes, this is the same one. Achieving goals takes time and sometimes additional resources like help from others or financial investment of time. You should make sure that your goals allow you to have a balanced life, satisfying your personal needs and addressing relationships, work, health, and finances. Getting organized. I don't have that one. Definitely do not have that one. It's important to get organized to understand the role of being organized in practicing effective time management. You can become more organized by following these strategies. Purchase a TOPS journal, plan for efficiency and minimize behavior that wastes your time and energy. Learn to say no to requests that steal your time and are not aligned with what you value. Arrange your environment to support your values and goals. Get rid of clutter because it drains energy. It may mean that you need to buy more storage boxes, donate unused items, redesign rooms for better functionality, or create a special quiet room that you can go to and simply relax. And then post your goals to remind you of your dreams. Front of the refrigerator is a good place to post those. Get off the fence. This may sound funny, but many of us waste time being indecisive. Don't waste time on decisions that have ambiguous results. Sorry. If you really don't care where you go to dinner or what movie you watch, just choose one option and move forward. Don't get stuck in the decision-making process. It wastes your time. Schedule me time. Many of us feel stressed because at the end of each day, we have spent very little time doing things of value to us or taking care of our own needs. It's important to schedule some me time in our daily lives. It has been proven that when we feel like we've had our needs met and have been at appropriate rest, we perform at a higher level and become more efficient and more creative in what we do. When we don't take care of ourselves, we get burned out. The law of diminishing returns enters our life. Although we are busier, we seem to be less productive. Everyone needs some quiet time, appropriate rest, or a chance to recharge our batteries. Make sure that you respect and love yourself enough to provide yourself with appropriate downtime. That's that self-care we're always talking about. Stop multitasking. Although many of us feel proud of our ability, that's never going to happen.
That's the world today.
Yeah.
Multitask, but not since COVID hit.
Yeah. Although many of us feel proud of our ability to do more than one thing at a time, it's been proven that we actually are less productive when we focus on multiple things. And then confusion ensures right in here. Our brains are designed to focus well on one thing at a time. We will do a better job if we only focus on the task at hand. When we are engaged in the moment and in the present task, all your attention is directed towards doing the best job you can, and you can accomplish the task quicker and in a more appropriate manner. This may be hard to do, but with practice, you'll soon see positive results in your time. It's my time. In summary, it's important that you take responsibility for each day. Yep, got enough battery. You may feel that with other people are taking your time and taking advantage of you, but it's up to you to manage your time by making choices that reflect your interests and desires. You can do this by understanding your values, being fully engaged in the present, and by admitting to yourself that time is a gift. We all get the same 24 hours a day. Some of us just manage it better. Make the choice to invest your time wisely. You'll be happy you did. Manage your time. Don't let time manage you. And this was authored by Patricia Amborn. She's an adjunct instructor at Ottawa University in Brookfield, Wisconsin. So she and a Master of Science and Management, degree of Science and Management.
Thank you.
She obviously managed her time well.
Yeah, she probably had a deadline to meet for that article.
Yes. But I mean, I do a lot of stuff. We did a lot of like 5 meetings, there's 5-part things of stress management, and it hit upon the time management. And because if you don't have time management, you're creating more stress for yourself. The self-care, because you don't take care of yourself, your stress level goes up. It's all connected.
Hello.
But, any questions about the time management? Not that I do it well at all.
Turn my life around getting time management.
Yes.
Every day I have something that I plan and I stick to it, and
yes,
I rearrange my house, and I have a spot where I paint, and I haven't painted since I was 17 years old, and
you got back to it. That's great.
I got back to it.
Yep. I need to start making lists. I was gone all day. My daughter was at work, and my 8-year-old grandson has messenger kids, and I video chatted him during lunch. I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Where's the broom?" I was like, "What? Pop and I are gonna clean the kitchen floor." It's like, huh? You found the floor? It's like I come home. He's like, "Nana, do not make that floor dirty again." It's like, okay. It's like, okay, finally, someone else is doing it. But yeah, it's like, it was funny. He'll do stuff with his pop, but he won't do it with me because it's fun with pop. But it's fun. But any questions about it or about anything that in TOPS or?
That was interesting. Thank you.
Yes, it's like I said, these are all programs are on the website. Go to chapter members resources on the members page. They're all there. It's programs and stuff like that. They're all on there. Many. If there's any program you guys want me to do, just send me a message, and I have no problems with doing any of the programs. Okay, thank you. But otherwise, any more questions? Otherwise, we can do our Never Quit pledge. And I've discovered I love this pledge because it helps me every week.
It did. We don't do this pledge anymore. We do the new one. I give to you a helping hand to steady you when you fall.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
With
but for years we did this Never Quit, and it was so true.
Yep. We love. I discovered it. I discovered on the TOPS fan page that topsfan.com that Meryl Mullane manages, and I love it. It's an older one, but it's so very true. Okay. Today I promise I will not quit. I pledge that no matter how many ups and downs I pass through, I will continue on my journey. I pledge to make a new start today and forgive myself for my past, and to stop being so critical of myself. I pledge to take control of myself, to stop making excuses, to stop blaming other people or situations. I pledge to treat myself as I would my best friend, because that is who I am. I pledge to stay in the race and to be a winner. That's all we can do. We can just pledge, and the excuse is the biggest problem. You gotta get rid of those. Right now it's too hot, so I don't walk anymore. So I need to get out there at sunrise and get out there. So otherwise, yeah, that's what you gotta do. So
sorry, I had a phone call. Somebody wanting to know the Zoom numbers for tonight. I'm like,
yeah, yeah. Well, everybody, thanks for coming. And
thanks for having.
See you next Wednesday, hopefully.
All right.
I'll see you later, Sharon.
Okay, sounds good.
Bye.
You guys can all come to the my Zoom meeting at 7:30 Central Time if you want. I can give you the numbers.
Okay.
Oh, I get confused Central Time. What time is that in Maine?
In Maine, that would be 8:30.
Yep,
8:30. Is that tonight?
Tonight, yeah, in a half an hour. So,
yeah.
So you got time to go potty.
I got time to go home and plug in my computer.
All righty.
Okay. Bye bye.
Sharon, what are you doing?